Remember me?
Quick notice. If you don't care about me talking about myself and already know everything about great guitar build-off, you can jump straight to this point in the video for some actual wood unboxing. So, if you're still here, welcome to yet another video of someone with a heavy accent trying to build a guitar on YouTube. Spending a lot of time in front of screens while working, studying, relaxing, and especially procrastinating, a little woodworking is always a welcome change of pace. This led me to building this and this, but more relevant for the context of this video, this, and probably most important to the Davey fans, this. None of them are without flaws, but especially the last two play really well. Or at least that's what I think, because I've yet to touch a factory electric guitar or bass I haven't built myself. Anyway, how did I get from Let's Plays and messing around with MIDI music to suddenly doing this? Okay, story time. After somewhat restarting this channel in early 2017, after just a few videos, I quickly lost interest again. Mostly because of a somewhat roundabout process that still didn't quite get me to the visual quality I wanted, and all of it blocking my PC for about 8 hours per video. Not including recording, video editing or anything else I actively did for the video. It just felt like I couldn't get anything done in reasonable time. Jumping ahead about 1 year, I mostly spent messing around with other gaming and tech related stuff. I was about to write my math finals and, as the master procrastinator I am, I did barely any studying until the day before. So, while solving math problems, and by that I mean looking around on YouTube, I must have somehow stumbled upon this very intellectual clip on the channel of one of my favorite Let's Players. At this moment, I must have thought, this looks like damn fun, I'll watch this in my breaks. And so I did! Although the breaks may have gotten longer by the hour, leading to me finishing season 1 by the end of the day, and not finishing that many math problems. Probably not that evening, I researched the instruments used there, with the intent to look for sound fonts with samples of them. For some reason, I must admit, I didn't know shit about electric guitars and how they worked. All I knew was that sound fonts usually contained 5 specific electric guitar presets and what to expect from them sound-wise. This lack of understanding, and probably my first live guitar experience at a school event a few months earlier, led to more research and, among other things, me stumbling upon Jared Dines' Things Guitarists Say and similar types of videos. My YouTube recommendations pushed themselves more and more in this direction, and my interest in guitars also increased. I remember a video of, I think it was also Jared Dines, comparing an expensive guitar to a $300 Ibanez that performed pretty well. Thinking that this was still too much for me to take this shot in the wild blue, it took the kit guitar building videos from Guns N' Guitars to get me to finally take the step. After all, I didn't have a lot to do for a while between finishing school and entering university. While figuring out how exactly I wanted to build my first guitar, I also stumbled upon Crimson guitars. Speaking of Crimson guitars, it was the year 2020 and people didn't have a lot to do in their free time, for some odd reason. So, to do us all a little favor by providing a bit of entertainment, Band of Crimson Guitars announced Great Guitar Build-Off 2020, where various YouTubers from around the globe would compete building guitars, that would later be raffled off for charity. This also led to later announcing the unofficial Great Guitar Build-Off 2020, because countless people wanted to join the competition, just for fun. The following year, this part of GGBO became official, and it just grew bigger by the year. Now, to stop myself from procrastinating too much, with moderate success as of now, I decided to join 2023's competition as well. I will be competing in the scratch build category, which means that I must have a finished electric guitar by the end of November, and I can't use a body or neck built by someone else. As you can see, I ended up next to the child of some multi-dimensional being and a guy with a pencil up his nose. Somehow this led to my name breaking apart. Now, enough unrelated blabber. Let's talk guitar building. Yeah, I said talk because, as you might have guessed from the video's title, all that will happen in the rest of this video is pulling a bunch of pre-cut pieces of wood out of a box and speculating which pieces may become a guitar in the future. And because we all want to think about sustainability, and because of me being somewhat of a cheapskate, all of the wood will be proper tone wood, because this is certainly the first way to look for a good tone in a solid body electric guitar, but B-stock. But in all honesty, I don't think there's anything wrong with a lot of things considered flaws in wood, and most of them should not be a problem. So why should I pay extra for some immaculate wood if I could get this wonderful surprise bag of woods with character instead? At least that's what I was thinking here, and we will find out if I will regret this very soon. Ish. So let's jump to real me and see what's in the box. Okay, this feels odd. Must have been like 6 odd years since I last talked to myself in front of people. Or non-people, because no one is watching this or something. And it must have been 1 or so years since I tried talking English. So I might not make a lot of sense. I think it's better to just start unboxing the thing with a lot of wood inside. Let's call it about 2.5 guitars in it and see what we got. Got a knife. And I'm gonna open this box. Try not to give away too much at once. What's the first thing? This. It must be some kind of mahogany or sapele. Not sure what exactly. I think this is a neck blank. Looks like wood to me. How long is this? It's like 75 centimeters. That's long enough for anything, I guess. Why is this B-stock? Probably because of this here. It's like some kind of defect, but I don't think it's a problem. The lighting is far from optimal, but it's like late. So I guess I have to do some beauty shots. Oh. Speaking of beauty shots, this looks rather beautiful, rather flamed. Yeah, I'd call this some maple, some flamed maple. Not a neck blank. Why is this B-stock? Is it because of this? Looks good to me. Looks very good to me. Very nice indeed. Maybe this isn't mahogany. Maybe this is walnut. Well, guess who just managed to stop the recording by dropping this beautiful piece of wood onto his keyboard. It was so what is this? It's got some figuring. It's rather brown. And indeed is some wood. This might be the reason why this is B-stock, but who cares? I don't. This smells like wood. Is this cherry or something? Let's go with piece of wood. This makes it rather hard to tell which one I'm gonna use, because all of those look perfectly fine to me. Let's get them out of the way and move on with whatever's next in the package. I think we're getting some body blanks next. That means if I can manage to get them out of the package. That's a slab of... Okay, it's got some damage here, but we should be able to live with that. I think this is one of the roasted woods. It's rather reddish. I couldn't tell you what species of wood it is. Something open grain. It's definitely wood. Is this the same species? I guess this specimen is some alder, maybe. Some B-stock alder because of this little thing here. But most certainly won't really matter. Or maybe it is the same wood. But this looks rather nice. It's a potential body for a potential guitar. Doesn't exist yet. Some of the tropical tops next. Ooh, this looks burly. Does this count as ASMR content? Don't be shy. Now come on. It's both people. So we're getting another one, and I'm quite sure this looks like walnut. Ah! UM. What does UM stand for? I don't want to break this. Scratch it already. A. Why is this B stock? Seriously. What's wrong with this? This is really nice. I don't think this is maple. Oh, at least I guess. It's rather lightly colored. Well, it certainly is wood. This is already discussed. Should be some walnut. I couldn't tell if it's European or American or Ugandan or whatever. And UE. Is this for not European? So maybe this is European walnut? This is great. Why is this B stock? Because of this? Because of those little... Ooh, this is even better. But I quite like this. Some figuring going on here. Some more lettering. I can't really figure out what this means. Nice. Let's get a not European out of the way. Let's get rid of this cling wrap. It's a little boat. I don't think this will be a problem. Maybe I really underestimate a lot. Just stay positive. I don't really know what I'm doing, so let's use it as an advantage by just ignoring anything that potentially could go wrong. Oh, I think I got a fretboard. I think it's in mahogany. That crack here might be the reason why this is B stock. Huh, how long is this? 70 centimeters. It's 10 centimeters more than we will need. But I'm not quite sure yet if I want to use this one for this build. Is this figuring or is this just... oh, it's just cut marks. Tone wood or something. What's next? Another fretboard. Oh, this is nice. That's... what is this? This should work for a guitar fretboard, I guess. Maybe not for this build. It sure is nice. Some kind of rosewood maybe, or it looks somewhat similar to Indian apple, chineo, or what it's called. I might be really wrong there. It's got some nice colors. Oh, what's next? He sends another top in here. Oh yeah, I'll show you. What? They can stay. This is most definitely some kind of mahogany or sapele. Don't really know the difference, but it's some reddish brown, really white grained, open grained wood. Oh, one thing I haven't figured out yet. Why is this B stock? What's B stock about this? Tell me, that's great. I don't know what's worse. My unwrapping technique? My sorry excuse for English. Why is this piece out? I don't really see a problem with that. Looking at it from this side, I'm not so sure anymore if this is mahogany. This is quite a lot more shades of brown in it than I've seen from the mahogany I've seen so far. This is really nice. That's not really figuring. What is it? Don't know. Wait. This also is the widest. Get a width of about 46 centimeters. About 7 cubic gallons in imperial or something. This one up again. It felt kind of wrong to hold it like that because the building makes it look kind of fragile. This is like 2016. Could be problematic for what I'm going for. Nope. This just calls for a V-shaped guitar. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, this wants to be a Wii. Convince me otherwise. Sadly, we're not going to build a Wii, as much as I like them. So we might already have a clear candidate for what I want to do. But still missing something. Oh, we're missing some more fretboards. Oh, got a really big piece in here. Really big. Quite the slab. I'm not gonna look at them. I've got 3 fretboards in here. Try it again. I don't know what species of wood this is. Should have seen this coming. But I don't think it's some kind of rosewood. I'm quite certain it's no ebony. It's also no purple heart, obviously. It's indicated by the obvious green color. It's no boxwood. I don't think this is Cocobolo. A little too brownish for that. Here's our reason for B-stock. Terrible defect. Wouldn't build a guitar out of this anymore. The length calls for a guitar. Sadly, we won't be using this, but it looks nice anyway. No problem with that. I looked at them. Didn't really get a great grasp. That's some maple. I'm quite certain this is maple. Let's call it maple. This is thin. I think this is the last one of the fretboards. Why 5? It should be... Wait, it should be 3 or 6, but why 5? Well, anyway, I'm quite certain this is Padauk. It's got this really red streak in here. This is maybe teak. No, I'm quite certain this is Padauk. I'm not. Forget it. It's wood. Oh, I think I found another fretboard. Yep, definitely a fretboard. Anyway, get out. This is wood. Some rather dark wood. I don't think this is ebony. I don't think this is terracotta. Could this be wenge? Nah, don't think so. Oh, no! I'm quite certain. If I look at the side of it, this looks like wenge. Yeah, wenge. I heard this stuff is really annoying to work with, so we'll see. But this is a good contender for our build. So now we have the choice. I'll go the dark or the light. It's probably going to be the dark side because I heard they have quite good cookies. So who could say no to that? Let's get to the thing.
Julie, do the thing.
That's probably the reason for this package being so ungodly heavy. I don't know if this will even fit on the table. This is really not what I expected to get, but I got it anyway, and I don't think I have a problem with it, actually. And I'm quite certain I know what kind of wood this is. I certainly do like it. Oh god. I'm starting to regret some decisions having to deal with this. And I'm regretting even more because my table is still loaded with some rather beautiful looking fretboards. So, look at that. It's going on for another half a mile or something. I'm not that good with imperial units. This ain't bad. This might be problematic. But this is a rather huge chunk of ash. It must be ash. Really nice looking ash. Okay, it could be nicer. But I wouldn't complain about this. This looks good. How long exactly is this chunk? 118 centimeters. Trying to figure out how much it is in Imperial, but I couldn't quite figure it out. I should really leave this kind of joke to Kyrus Ren. If you don't know who Kyrus Ren is, imagine some Dutch guy messing around with really old keyboards, like this monstrosity here, and using a lot of very, very bad words. And that makes it quite funny. Ooh. I'm starting to see why this might be B-stock, because it's rather uneven here. But if I somehow manage to get this plane, then let's see, how does this harmonize? This piece of maple, there's at least some figuring going on in here. This unidentified specimen, look at it. This ain't rosewood. How do these two go together? I think dark it is. I think dark will work much better for what I'm going to do. So this is kind of set in stone already. You want a BOE too, you piece of walnut. And I think I might like this one the best, what I'm trying to accomplish here. Do I sound negative? I'm not. It's just a bit late. How does too much? I think... By the way, this one here wants to be paired with this one. Maybe I'm just doing the Gibson here. Maple-ish, mahogany-ish. I think I'm gonna use this ash thing. I really want to use it. I still have to figure out how to get this one flat, because this is still rather rough. It will work out somehow. Did I forget something? No. Question space. What kind of neck do I want on this? Let's see. This is maple. Or how do they call Spitzahorn, I think, in English. Let's call it flame maple, because it looks like it. That's a rather strong contrast. I mean, I think those two themselves, this works. If we take this one out of the picture, quite literally, I don't think this works so well anymore. This is too bright. It just shines too bright for its own good. I mean, this could work. This is nice looking wood, but maybe... Let's save this one for another build. So, I think this is quite promising. One problem you might see here, if I take this thing out again, to the 20 fret, it should be 55 centimeters. 20 fret will be... Let's go with the 21st. So we need 57 centimeters. This is from where the neck... Yeah, I can't go with where the neck meets the body. Or can I? Let's take it a little further. Let's go for the 8.5. This should be the last point. It's just too humongous. Get out of the way. 58.5. This must be around the position of the 22nd fret. Now, assuming we have a little overhang in here, 24th fret should be 609. 609? Wait, 609. Why is this so much? Did pass my math exams somehow. I should be able to figure this out. So, 57. 57.1. Oh, it's 60.09. I thought about 69. Nice. Or not so nice in this case, but rather convenient for us. 84, 57, 60.09. So we need about this much fretboard. So we can cut it here. This leaves us with 60 centimeters of headstock. That should work, because of the rather non-existent thickness, about an inch thick. Oh no, I used imperial. And it must... No, it's more than an inch. I said nothing. It's about 3 monkeys per square foot, I guess. It's 2 centimeters. Could work. Otherwise, let's put something on the back. Some leftovers. This stuff here, because we could probably build 2 guitars out of this if we really wanted. What you really need for a guitar, a slab of wood, some hardware. Still have open, we might use this one. But quite like this one. I mean, it sure is some nice contrast. This is, again, rather Gibson. This is not less, I guess, but I quite like this one. I do like this. Oh wait, if I want to be really crazy, I mean, we could, technically. This is ash, and ash is rather hard. This certainly is long enough to make it a neck through build. I could potentially cut out the neck here, and then this would work. Wood. I could cut off what I don't need for the neck and put the pieces here. Make this a neck through. It's quite tempting. But the thing is, this is the first proper guitar I ever built. Or rather, I have yet to build. This is a good idea. Nope. To go for the most complicated way I could construct this. Because this would mean I'd have to trim the neck part of this to the correct thickness in a consistent way. This crack might not be a huge concern within the body, but I'm not quite sure if I like this one being in the neck. So it might be rather about sawing out 2 potentially nice pieces from this one, this humongous slab. Maybe this does plane out. I don't know yet. Doesn't hurt to try. Check this out, putting this nice top on it. This thing is heavy. I have to be doubly careful, because at 11:30 PM, I don't think people would appreciate it if I just dropped this thing. I mean, this side is really beautiful and would probably make a really nice backside of the guitar with the white grain here. If I manage to somehow position it so that this wider grain matches up with some curves. We look at this combination of woods, something like that. I quite like it. Let's see, let's go with this. Let's knock on wood. This was quite loud, sorry neighbors. Here I would go on rambling for another while, but I'll spare you from that and conclude this video by stating that I'm really pleasantly surprised by what I got for my money. Sure, you could likely build a guitar for way cheaper by going with rougher and potentially reclaimed cuts of wood, but this might require some bigger tools like bandsaws and planers, which I neither own nor have the space for. As of now, I stand by my assumption that I should be able to work with what I got, without those B-stock flaws causing any problems. Stay tuned for next episode if you want to know what exactly I'm planning to build, and to finally see some tools getting into contact with the freshly unboxed wood.